Good morning, friends. Today I am Ankur Mishra presenting a topic of poison pill and beer hub. First point, what is poison pill? The term poison pill refers to a defensive strategy used by a target firm to prevent or discourage a potential hostile takeover by an acquisition company. Potential targets use these tactics in order to make them look less attractive to the potential acquirer. Although there are not always the first and best way to define a company, poison pills are generally very effective. Poison pill also allow existing shareholders the right to purchase additional shares at a discount, effectively diluting the ownership interest of any new hostile party. There are some key takeaways. First, a poison pill is a defensive tactics utilized by a target company to prevent or discourage hostile takeover attempts. Poison pill allow existing shareholders the right to purchase additional shares at a discounted effect duly the ownership interest of a new hostile party. Poison pill often came in two forms: the flip-in and flip-off strategies. So here how the poison pill work. First, takeovers are failure common in the business world where one company make an offer to ensure control over another. Here the larger companies tends to take over smaller ones if they want to get into a new market. When there are operations benefit by combining both entity, or where the acquirer want to eliminate the competition. Takeovers through are always murderous and become hostile when the target doesn't enter as want to take over. So here, where a company become a target of a hostile takeover, it may use the poison pill strategy to make itself less attractive at the potential acquirer. So here are basically some disadvantage of a poison pill. First, there are three main potential disadvantage. First is stock value become diluted as shareholders often have to purchase new shares just to keep even. Institutional investors are discouraged from buying into corporations that have aggressive defense. Inefficient managers can say stay in place through poison pill. If that wasn't the case, outside ventures capture might be able to buy the firm and improve its value with better managing staff. So there is example of poison pill like Netflix. In 2012, Netflix announced that a shareholders' right plan was adopted by its board just day after investors Carol Ingens acquired 10% stake. The next plan stipulated and that any new acquisition of 10% or more, any Netflix merger, sales, or transfer of more than 50% of assets allow for existing shareholders to purchase two shares for the price of one. And now we are discussing on the beer hug. Basically, a beer hug in the business, a beer hug is an often made by one company to buy the shares of another for much higher per share price than what the company is worth in the market. It is acquisition strategy that companies sometimes use when there are doubts that the target company management or shareholders are willing to sell. Basically, the beer hug offer so usually financial favorable in general, unconscious by the target. The name beer hug reflects the pervasiveness of the offering company overall genius often to the target company by offering a price far in excess of the target company current value. The offering party can usually obtain an acquisition agreement. The target company management is essentially forced to accept such a goodness often because its legal obligations to look out for the best interest of its shareholders. Some ways that there are basically some key takeovers. First, a bear hug is an acquisition strategy that similarly to a hostile takeover but usually more financial beneficial to shareholders. A bear hug is generally unconscious by the target company. It is target company refused to accept a bear hug offer, then it risky being secured by shareholders for not acting in their best interest. So there's some advantage and disadvantage of bear hug. First, a bear hug can be interpreted as a hostile takeover attempt by a company making the offer as it's designed to purchase the target company in a position where it is unable to refuse being acquired. However, unlike some other forms of hostile takeover, a bear hug often leaves shareholders in a positive financial solutions. The acquisition company may offer additional increment to the target company to increase the likelihood that it will take the offer. Because of this, a bear hug can be extremely expensive for the acquired company, and it may take the company longer than usual to see a return on investment. So there is example of bear hug. On 1st February 2008, Microsoft offered Yahoo shareholders the $31 for each of the shares, which represent a 62% premium of the closing price on the prior day. This bear hug often was utilized withdrawal 3 months later following precedent by a Yahoo. Thank you very much for watching.